Welcome back, YouTube campers. We're starting on the second side here. We took our saw and set the depth very carefully so that we didn't cut through our tin, but we cut pretty much 3/4 of the way through our wooden board and just put 4 or 5 cuts all the way down to the ends. One thing to remember, if the wood is separated and swollen when you get to these areas, be really careful because it's easy for that saw blade to want to start dropping. So we just have 2 scrapers. One's a cheapy one, one's a nice snap-on, which is very sharp. And on the other side, all we really did, sorry, I'm trying to hold the camera and do this too. We just stuck it in there and just started separating the plywood. Once you get down, since the plywood's laminated, it delaminates pretty easy. So we just went along. Now, the thing I found on the other side, you need to be careful. You can see that's our bottom board, and I really don't want to go that deep on the first try. We got a couple spots on the other side where I put a ding or two. But mainly that's all we did, was just went along. As soon as you get it started, the wood itself delaminates pretty easy. And just peel it. So we'll go around to the other side, which I already picked all this off. And once you get down to the end, all I really did was just find the loose spots you can get under. Just got underneath it and started picking it off. So it starts coming off, it comes off. It breaks loose pretty easy. So I just took my time, picked most of this out. I'm a power tool kind of guy, so I think at this point I'm just going to get some 36 grit DA paper once I get these big pieces. But there you go. I mean, when you get underneath it, it comes off. It's the spots that are really stuck. So I'm just going to take, like, I don't know, 36, 40 grit sandpaper, because this should come off pretty well. I'm going to strip that other side and let it sit overnight, because the other thing I did find, the plywood is just so wet, I don't know, it must absorb moisture like a wick. But letting it sit overnight, other than the rotted stuff, once it started drying, it seems to just want to break loose from here a whole lot easier. So we're going to sand this down, and we're going to chip all the other side off, and we'll get them both cleaned up. We'll have them ready for new boards, and we'll make another video for you when we get there and get ready to glue it together. I'm not sure what I'm going to glue it with. I believe I'm just going to call the local Loctite sales rep or engineer or whatever and say, what do you got? Because I mean, Loctite pretty much makes glue for everything. A lot of stuff that they sell, they don't really sell at Home Depot and all that, but you can buy it direct from a distributor. So I'm going to get their insight on what they think the best thing is, not only to glue this, but to re-glue when we do our center board back to this foam. Now, got a lot of work to do, and I'll catch up to you in a little bit.